I think we made what was a near fatal mistake in 1911 when Mayor William Gaynor removed the tolls from the bridges. In the mid-1980s, I was appointed the chief engineer of all these bridges, and when I went underneath this bridge in particular, the Williamsburg Bridge, I found the steel was paper thin. Looked like this. Paper thin steel on this bridge. This is why we had to close the bridge. The bridge came close to collapse.
East River Bridge tolls are the friend of the common man. They are what provide a consistent amount of money to the city to keep up the necessary infrastructure that helps New Yorkers get around. Nobody wants to be stuck in traffic, but everybody needs to get where they're going, and without funding, everybody's stuck.
Had we kept that 10-cent toll, and then in 1960 kept pace with the Triborough Bridge and Tunnel Authority, we would have in present-day dollars $31 billion. Imagine what we could have done with $31 billion in this past century.
It could have paid for a 2nd Avenue subway, a subway to Staten Island, express transit to JFK, you name it, the sky's the limit. $31 billion of revenue that could have kept the bridges in perfect working order while funding transit projects that would have made New York City move like a well-oiled machine.
We should remember our history. I mean, bridge tolls, for better or for worse, are a thing in the news, but they're not something that was just invented with the news cycle. This is a 100-year-old issue.
In those days, I would look over at my colleagues at the Verrazano Bridge, and they would paint the bridge continuously, and once they finished, they would start again. At the George Washington Bridge, my colleagues at the Port Authority, they would be lubricating the bridge on a daily basis. And the difference, they had tolls across those bridges. They had a dedicated revenue stream. We had no dedicated revenue stream. So that's why it's important today to mark the day that the tolls were removed on the East River bridges and make the case that we have to put them back so that we can maintain these great bridges.